Hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. I can't believe it's Wednesday already. I feel like it was just Monday. So, how are you guys? Hello, everybody in the chat. Who do we have in here today? We have Kate. Kate left a sweet message. Kate is headed to the game. She says, "Hello, everyone. I'm headed to the Mariners game, so I won't be on, but I wanted to say hello and I'll be thinking of you." That is so sweet. She is such a sweet lady. Congratulations on going out tonight, and hopefully they win. Hopefully your team wins. I don't even know who they're playing, but I'm rooting for whoever you're rooting for. Good evening, Dee Divas and gentlemen. Happy hump day. Hey, I was going to call you Taisha. I meant Mail to the B. Sorry, Mail to the B. She's saying hello to Kate. Mel is reminding us to hit the like and subscribe and share when we come on in. Come on in. And this is me saying something to Kate. Devin, how are you, Devin? Happy Wednesday. All right, we got Lakeisha. How are you, Lakeisha? Happy Wednesday. We got DJ Meyer. Wiki. I would be a DJ in one of my retirement years here. We got Cookie with the dimples. Hello, hello. You know, it's so funny. My daughter's always trying to catch me with dimples now when I smile because she heard me say, I want dimples like yours. Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Brenda Marlene. I love it. You got two first names up in here. Love it, love it. J to the C, Calamity Jane. How are you? How are you? JC, I enjoyed that live. You guys did a live stream with Harjareen. You got also my girl Harjareen. You got Joe. I was like, I got a 3-for-1 up in here. I love it. That was awesome, awesome, awesome. I had to leave off there though, but I think I played the replay back, so I saw almost all of it though. I love that. We got Reset with Anissa. How are you? How are you? Let's see, who else do we have here? We got Sin. How are you, Sin? You. I love it. You are looking fabulous. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, let me. I'm trying to see. You got blue, you got the shades, you got the bob, you got it all just going on. You make me want to have a bob. I love it. Beautiful pick. Hey, W to the B. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're in here. We got the beautiful bellflower. How are you? You know, my daughter said the other day she loves your profile pic. It's super cute. Whenever she sings, I call her the little hummingbird, like you call her. We got Ashanti. How are you? Look at that nice profile pic. And is that your little guy? So cute. Okay, wait. Is it? I can't see. I can't tell. Oh, super cute. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right, we got Z. We got Z. How are you, Z? We got Life with Mika. Look at Mika with the glasses. All right, I love that. Life with Mika. That sounds like a content creator name. Are you a content creator? Losing it, Grace. Can I just call you Grace? I don't know. I like saying your channel name though, so people can head over to that channel. And Nicole, how are you, Nicole? How are you? Every time I see that name, I think of, first of all, me, because we have that in common. And then I think of that picture that I shared. You said he's 16 now. Jeez, Louise. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is too funny. 16. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Cute pic. All right. So if you saw the title today, we are going to be tackling not only, I have talked about slow responders versus not versus, but, what you could be, what we're labeled. Everybody wants to label something. So in the GLP-1 land, a lot of times we're labeled by our weight loss, right? Like how fast we lose weight. And we could be called, I call myself slow and steady. So I'm with that turtle crowd, turtle power. You could be and this is interesting because I learned really there is no such thing as A slow responder, according to Eli Lilly, it's called something else, and there is no such thing as a fast responder. Eli Lilly did not call it that in their Surmont study. So we're going to be talking about that today. And we're going to talk about what they call it, and we're going to discover what we are. So I want you to tell me in the chat if you had to pick between those three. Now, you could be in maintenance. I want to know when you were actually losing. What would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself a slow responder? Would you consider yourself slow and steady, like Downsizing Diva? Or would you consider yourself a super responder? Which one? So are you a slow responder, slow and steady, or a super responder? And I like to call it fast and furious. Because I like that. I like the alliteration of it all. But so what do you consider yourself? Let's see what these people are saying in the chat. And then I want you to, hopefully you stick around to the end. Now, I started back to my full-time teaching job. And so I don't plan on being here. Like, I was doing some 2.5, 3-hour lives on Wednesday. I got to scale this baby back. So I'm trying to stay on the schedule, but still keep the good vibe going. But I want to know by the end of this live if you have changed your mind. Maybe you changed and maybe you haven't, but we will see. We will see. So let's see. What are you guys saying? You got to pick one. Somebody says I'm all three, and I would imagine at different stages you are, because we probably have all hit all three at some point. Well, I don't think I've ever been a fast responder, but at some point we may have been two. They may have crossed paths, but if you had to just pick one, if was that Mel saying that? I didn't even look. I just kind of skimmed over, because that Mel will do that when I ask a question. She has to be ambiguous. It probably wasn't male since I'm saying that. But okay, so what did you guys say? Let me see. I'm scrolling. Okay, well, Sin came in with a super responder. Was that Devin who said all three? Okay, if you had to pick one for your overall journey, what would it be? And you're right though. You can start off one way and end up another. But if you had to just label it, what would you call it, Devin? Okay, slow and steady, says Margie. Nicole says slow and steady. Jeez Louise, if I can be on the path you were on, I'm good. I'm good with my slow and steady, Nicole. Z said slow and steady. Jamie, how are you? Jamie came in and she hit us with the slow and steady. Anissa says, I guess slow and steady. Okay, you're a turtle in the turtle crew. Slow and steady. Love it. Linda says she's a super responder. I love that. I love it. A super responder. Nicole, come on in, Nicole. How are you? Nicole said a super responder, but it's because I was doing all the things. Okay, excellent. I love how you included that. What is Jamie saying? I consider myself a responder. I don't know how they are defining things. Okay. If you just had to go by like what your spidey senses are picking up just off of, the first thing you think of when you think of the three different types, what would you choose if you just had to pick something? But that's a good point. You don't know what they consider them. So yeah, and that's exactly what I'm going to share. And then we're going to see if we need to revise what we're calling ourselves. Steady responder, not necessarily slow. Okay. All right. Very good. I like that. When I wanted to be a super responder, I was. When I wanted to be slow, when I wanted to slow it down, then it slowed down. All right. So in other words, you're in control. I love that. I love that. All right. Oh, Mika says, I might be a super responder. Things seem to be going pretty quickly. Okay. Tell us, how long have you been on a GLP-1, if that's what you're on, and tell us which one you're on. Give us some deets. Give us some details. I love that. I'm so fascinated by the super responders of it all. What about just steady? I'm more super responder if these are the only options. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. I knew you couldn't just give a black and white. Okay, so you think you were a fast responder, says Ashanti. Okay, all right. She says, of course it was me. And Devin, too. Lately, I feel like one step forward, 2 steps back. I love that. A 1 step forward, 2 steps back responder. Give that a name, Eli Lilly. Slow and steady, and that's why we're weight loss twins. I love it. All right, hi everyone. Oh, Melanie, you a slow responder. Okay, I'm loving these slow responders. I love the fast responders. And so, okay, so wait, she says a slow responder. Okay, I'm not a slow responder, but I love that you come in confident with that. I would say I'm a fast responder. And wait a minute, maybe you're not confident, but I'm gonna give you confidence. A fast responder. I love it. A fast responder. What's a despacito? Is that a slow response? Is that sounds slow. I gotta brush up on my Espanol. All right, Harjareen, how are you, Harjareen? She comes in with a slow and steady. The boss lady has spoken. Super responder. If I had one to pick, okay, thank you. Thank you for playing nice, Devin. I appreciate that. Felicity Sea Monster says, hi, I was a slow responder for the first 2 years and then super responder for the last 15 months after I overhauled my diet and activity level. Well, what in the world? So, oh my goodness, you were like, I am so sick of this. I'm going to change some things, and you saw some progress. I love that. I love that. That's like a classic what you should do, what they encourage you to do with those lifestyle changes. I am slower, might be the good choices lately. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, DJ Meyer. Um, Brenda is saying slow and steady, I guess. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good. So you guys are just saying hello to each other. Ashanti says, I'm at the beginning of my journey, 4 months in, 46 pounds down. You go, girl. You go. You go, girl. You go. In 4 months on 5 milligrams, I'm trying to do everything right. And it shows. I mean, look how well you are doing. Okay, let's give her some confetti. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. I think any loss when you are just starting out, it gives you hope, right? Even if it was half that amount, it's like it gives you hope that the medication is working, can work, right? So I love that. Very good. All right, very good. Hey, perfectly Pamela. She says, hey, Dee Dee in chat, I was a super responder when I first started. Now I'm closer to go. I'm a slow responder, and that is pretty typical. We're going to talk about that, Pamela. That is excellent. Like you came in there. If I could, plug you in to say that, you came right in and said it, and I didn't plug you in. So I love that. Very good. All right. Let's see. You're on Mounjaro, 7.5 milligrams. I think I'm typical overall. Okay, very good. I found my GLP-1 song, Despacito. 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 Love it. Okay, so that's your song. So you think you're that slow, huh? You think you're slow? You think you're slow and steady. You're definitely not a slow responder. She says, yes, you were fast. It took me 12 months to lose 47 pounds. Okay, very good. Very good. Yes. And see how and you're in maintenance. So, that's why I tell people, if you just stick it out, you will eventually get there. You just have to be patient, right? All right. Hey, Raul Mahone of Zetbound, aka Charles. How are you? Charles, tell us, are you considered and I think I know what you're gonna say. Well, I do know what you're gonna say because I interviewed you. But for the chat, are you a slow responder? Are you slow and steady, or are you a fast or super responder is what I called it, super responder? It's all about eating consistently clean and having the discipline to lift weights on a GLP-1. Well, I'm going to give you some confetti because I agree. I agree 110%. Very good. Very good. Good insight there for us, Devin. Okay. Let's see. Mika said started July 16th, down 30 pounds as of yesterday. 30 pounds, 30 pounds. That July, goodness great. You guys are fast responders. You are doing it. Jeez Louise. So you're down 30 pounds. I love that. So you're going to be in Wonderland, Mika. Can you believe that? You're going to be in Wonderland pretty soon. Let's give her some confetti. I just love that. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey. I love that for you. I know that makes you like really motivated. Do you have the end goal? If you want to share, great. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I love to see people making that progress. So if you're a slow responder, I do feel like you got to come to these lives, my lives. Round Mound of Zepbound is in here whenever he goes live. You know, any of the other content creators, check out their lives, because I think that's where you get motivation if you're a slow responder to kind of keep going. And then if you're a fast responder, you know, you might be going along your way like you're in a skating ring, just smooth. And then all of a sudden your weight loss kind of slows down. I think once you get closer to your goal, your body starts to say, no, no, no. And it holds on to it. And so you got to just kick in those lifestyle changes, you know, do all the things. What? Hold up. Wait a minute. We have a super chat. Oh, thank you, Round Mound of Zepbound. Here, let's put that up here. Thank you. I appreciate that and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's give him a thank you. All right, so I see. I'm going to try to get through a little bit of this chat, and then I'm going to tell you what Eli Lilly calls the people. They don't use those terms, and I wonder where they came from, since Eli Lilly does not use them, and Novo Nordisk doesn't use them either. So I wonder where they came from. So let me see. I'm going past Charles here. He's saying hello. Okay. Wait. I lost somebody. Okay, so you're on Zepbound. Okay, very good. Zepbound is what's up. You are a mid responder. Okay, a mid responder. What do you mean by that? Cousin Paul. I want to call you cousin, brother Paul. I love saying that, brother Paul. I feel like I'm in church, like with the deacon board. Epitome of a diva. You are looking diva-licious there. Nice hair. Love the hair. Love the eyebrows. Love the whole vibe. So she's saying hello to everyone. WV says, I've been on Zepbound since May of this year, and I've lost 70 pounds, 10 more to reach my goal. Wow, good job. I love that for you. 70 pounds down and 10 more to reach your goal. Let's give her some confetti. That is excellent, awesome. Excellent, awesome. And you know what? Some people would have said that was going slow for them. So I love that you did not give up and you stuck in there. And some people would think that's fast, right? The 70 pounds in May of this year. Yes, I love it. So it's all over the place. And I think a lot of us start off like, you know, seeing that weight loss, and then it's going, and then it tapers off. But some of us are slow responders, or true slow responders. And I'm going to tell you what makes a true slow responder. So, he said you're on a GLP-1 roller coaster. That is too funny. I love it. All right, very good. I promise almost everyone would be a super responder if they lifted heavy weights, man or woman. Okay, I believe that too, because you get kind of like I think about lifting weights as like an inferno, right? You're getting that, you know, things burning. It's burning fat whenever you're just sitting around and not doing anything. Jamie, hey Jamie, welcome to the chat. I like how you spell Jamie. I'm a slow responder of the snail diary. I love that. Very clever. It's been 11 months since starting Mounjaro. I'm also a diabetic. Well, you know, diabetics lose a lot slower. And so studies have shown that even with this latest research on the pill, or what is it called, or orforglipron, that pill, you know, they had this data. The data was looking great, and then they added in those type 2 diabetics, and the data tanked. The night didn't tank, but it went down. It wasn't what they expected. And I really wish Eli Lilly would have came out and said the reason why the data in that third phase of the trial wasn't as great is because they added in those the diabetics to that. And, you know, we know the diabetics, you know, I'm one myself, I'm a pre-diabetic now, but we know, you know, that weight loss is a bit slower. And for some people that is not, I guarantee you, they're cutting carbs tremendously. They are exercising a lot. And the people that I know who are, fast responders, what we would call a super responder, fast and furious, you know, they, really are cutting those carbs, and they're doing a lot of exercise to get to that point. So, and I think it's great. Whatever you could do for your body that's going to be helpful, I think that is great. JC says, is a responder based on just weight alone or the positive impact of the blood Glucose, inflammation, sleep apnea. I hate to see that only one thing is defining success. Well, they were just looking at the weight loss of it all. So I don't know if you've studied those Sermont studies with, the Eli, that's the study we all talk about that Eli Lilly released. And that's kind of what we, talk about and refer to. So I'm going to just share some information and then I'll go back in the chat. And then I want you to know, have you revised after I share? Are you going to revise what you think about your weight loss? So let's just start. The question was, are you a slow responder, slow and steady, or are you a super responder? So in that Sermont study, Eli Lilly defines late responders. How about that? They call them late responders as people who lost less than 5% of their starting weight by week 12. So they're considered late responders, and that's what we would call a slow responder. So late responder is what we would call a slow responder. So I would say that is, I don't know, I think that's why I call myself a slow responder. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I know you can't see me. I'm going to restart. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It's an orientation or something distorted. I don't know. Putting that on the live right on this when I put that up there and went to click on it, click off of it, it just like poofed me out of here. But I'm back. I'm back. So let me say that again. So Eli Lilly calls a slow responder a late responder. So late responders are individuals who lost less than 5% of their body weight by week 12. So week 12, by week 12. Okay. So by week 12, you lost, so what is that? How many months is week 12? Isn't that like 3 months? So you lost less than 5% of your body weight. So I should calculate mine. I'm doing something on my computer here. Let me see if I could use my calculator, my handy dandy calculator on my computer. I'm afraid to do anything extra. They might log me off. So I'm going to do my weight, and I'm going to see minus 5%. Let's see, where's my percent sign? Oh, here it is. Equals. So that would have put me at 291. Was I at 291? Let's see. Let me see if I was at 291. So the first 3 months, I think I was down 14 pounds. So let's see. I'm trying to be technical here because I call myself a slow responder and people are telling me, you're not a slow responder. So I just want to see, am I technically? I'm right around that. Jeez Louise, I can't believe that. So that would be 291 too. So technically, I guess I'm on the border. I could be a slow responder. No, I'm just on this. So I guess technically my first, when I started, I wouldn't be slow and steady. But like someone said, but over time, if I'm thinking about my entire weight loss, I am slow and steady. But initially, when I started out, I was not. That is too funny. Geez, Louise. Okay, so that's the slow responder. And remember, Eli Lilly refers to these people as late responders. How about that? So they didn't lose much weight early in their GLP-1 journey. And I didn't lose a ton. Like some people lose have lost like 10 pounds in a month. I've been on this for 19 months now, 18 going on 19 months. And the most I've lost in 1 month is close to 10 pounds. It was 9 point something. But I haven't lost like 10 pounds in a month and all of that. So I've just been kind of slow and steady in my mind. But looking at these terms, I might have to, no. not slow and steady, a slow responder. So I'm technically not a slow responder, but I could be. I'm on the border of that being that late responder. So how about that? Okay, so this is the slow and steady. Um, it says what slow and steady means. In these trials, slow and steady participants are those who do not lose 5% or more of their body weight by week 12. So by week 12, they do not lose. So I guess I am slow and steady because it says those individuals lost less than 5% of their body weight by week 12. So you're considered late. So eventually you might you might catch up down the road, but you have a late start. That's probably why they call it a late responder. So slow and steady, you do not lose 5% of your body weight by week 12. So you're technically also a late responder. But when you continue with the treatment, you lose 5% or more despite your early slow progress, which is me, right? So I think this is why I'm in that slow and steady category, because now I've lost up to, 20 something percent of my body weight. I have to calculate that. Now let me see. So I'm at 2. I'm so fascinated by these numbers, guys. So I started off at 306.4. I'm going to just subtract from here. I'm going to subtract 24% and see. Oh, I've lost even more than 24%. Go downsizing, Diva. Okay, so that wasn't enough. So I'm going to subtract 26%. So minus 26%. That's too much. So I'm probably at 25%. Geez, Louise, I'm gonna have to give myself some confetti if this pans out. Let's see, minus 25%. I know you guys can't see my calculator, but I'm calculating it up. Yes, 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 yes. So I lost 25% of my body weight. So that's good. Now, remember, I started out a little slower. I was just kind of going along there. And I wasn't a late responder, though, because I did respond to the medication. But eventually, if you start off, not losing a ton, just kind of, 5 pounds a month or 4 pounds a month or whatever. And then eventually you pick up and these people eventually catch up. What I love about this is it said, if you continue with the treatment, 5% or more of your weight loss comes off despite having some slow progress at the beginning. Gradually, these slow and steady people lose weight over 24 to 72 weeks, and they can even lose like 5, 10, 15%. So I've outdone that, right? Because I'm at 25%, which is great. Most of us in here, I feel like, have kind of overachieved when it comes to what Eli Lilly said you could lose on this medication. A lot of us are going above and beyond that. So that's that slow and steady. So let me put that up there because I didn't change it yet. I'm afraid to do this because of and they booted me out of here the last time. Okay, so here we go. Early responders are participants who lost less than who lost 5% of their starting body weight by 12 of the treatment with tirzepatide, either at 5, 10, or 15 milligrams. So early responders, these are the early responders, they lost more than 5%. These are the people that we consider fast responders. So Eli Lilly calls them early responders. Did you guys know that? I just think that's so interesting. So early responders are people who lost 5% or more of their starting body weight by week 12. So that's a lot. That's pretty good. So I guess I was probably in this category because I was at that 5%. I was a kind of like an early responder, and then I kind of tapered off in that first 12 weeks, and then it just went down. I hate to say that, but it just kind of, the numbers went down from there. And I wouldn't consider, I know some people who are losing. We just had 2 examples in the chat that are doing excellent and losing way more than that 5% in the first 3 months. So I think you guys are doing an awesome, awesome job. And 12 weeks, I said 12 weeks. 12 weeks, how many months is 12 weeks? I should really know this, right? So 12 weeks is what, 3 months. That's a nice little start, right? Okay, so we've had ladies in the chat tell us that they've exceeded that. So you are a super responder, fast and furious. Eli Lilly calls you an early responder. Now, the interesting thing is, and I don't want to, disappoint people, but they say that the early responders tend to experience stronger, faster, and more consistent results across the full course of their treatment. But some do also hit that stall when they get closer to your goal. So whatever your goal is, once you get closer to that, it slows down. Now, some people don't stall out. Some people just lose slow, but then some people stall out. It reminds me of Allie. I was thinking of her, when she was losing consistently. And then once she got closer to her goal, it started to slow down. So that does happen. All right, very good. So this is an interesting fact. In the sermon, that study, nearly 1 in 5 participants started slow. So 1 in 5 people started slow, but most caught up. And by week 72, this is why I say just don't quit. By week 72, 90% of them lost at least 5% of their weight, and many saw double-digit reductions. So if you're losing slow and steady, it's okay. It is okay. If you're losing slow and steady, do not get discouraged, because we have a lot of people that get discouraged when they are losing slowly. And I can relate to that, because I have been there, done that. And I've just learned to give myself grace and just kind of say, it'll come off. If I just stick with it, it'll come off. And, and also we got to also think too, sometimes if we're hovering on a dose and a higher dose doesn't always mean more weight loss. I get that. But sometimes a higher dose for some people is needed, because maybe you haven't reached your therapeutic dose, which is the one that really works well for you, where your side effects aren't keeping you from eating. I would say that's probably the main thing that people need to watch. When you're going up on these higher doses, just be careful that you might not have food noise. Isn't that funny? It eliminates the food noise to go up on the dose, but then you can't eat. So it's like a double whammy. And not eating is blocking that nutrition. Your hair could be falling out. All kinds of things could be going wrong. So we just got to make sure we're eating. So if you understood those studies that I was just reading about, and did you change your perception? And Mel was right, and so was Devin. You are right. You could be more than one. You could start off one way and end the other way. But I just wanted you to give an overall picture of where you think you are now. All right. So let's see. We have some new people up in the chat. How about that? Wait a second. Let me see. I left off on cousin Paul, I thought, or brother Paul. I keep saying cousin Paul. I meant to say brother Paul. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Jeez, Louise. Okay. All right. We got Zetmile. This is what last thing I remember. Beverly, how are you? Beverly, I haven't seen you. I feel like we gotta catch up. I haven't talked to you. Melanie, at least we can dance to the longest running #1 hit on the bill. Is it? Wow, how cool is that? It helps so much with allowing your body to adjust and not have too much loose skin. Patience is worth it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, losing it, Grace, you want that weight to come right on off and melt off. Maybe it'll catch up, one day, and you'll lose at your pace. But until then, I would just say you got to just be patient. Mika, we are same day start twins. I love that. How cool is that? You were a fast responder. You definitely were. People are saying hello. I love seeing all the successes. Congratulations, everyone. I know, it's so cool, isn't it? Some may be sore because they don't have as much weight to lose. That's also true. I have a lot to lose. I still need 60 to get to my goal. Me too. Me too. Do I need? Yeah, I need about to get to my ultimate goal. I need about 70. Okay, geez, Louise, we can do it. We can do it, Ashanti. That is so sweet of you. Yes, yes, yes. Grace, definitely going to check out your video tonight. I know it's a banger. Brother Paul cracks me up. Down 30 pounds. I said she's down 30 pounds. I said she's down 30 pounds. All right, let's give you some confetti. Excellent, excellent, excellent job. Love that for you. 30 pounds. Geez, Louise, that you probably are walking around like you're walking on clouds. I'm sure you feel great. Love it, love it, love it. I might cry when I hit Wonderland. I'm going to too. We can cry together. Yes, yes, yes. You got to come here so I can celebrate you when you get to your Wonderland. I know I'm going to cry. I just was like, geez, Louise, I'm going to be so excited. Round mound of Zepbound. People are saying that's so nice of you. Okay, Nicole, you lost 60 pounds last year and 79 pounds this year, and you hit your goal weight yesterday. Go, Nicole. Go, Nicole. Go, 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 Nicole. Go, 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 Nicole. I love that for you, Nicole. Look at you. Jeez Louise, that is awesome. You got to be feeling good. Jeez Louise, I'd be moonwalking all over. I be busting out that Michael Jackson, doing the moonwalk all over my 100 plus pound weight loss. You go. I'm gonna give you some more confetti. I love that. Geez, Louise. So look at that. That's interesting though. So her first year, she lost 60 pounds last year. She said last year. And then this year she lost 79. So you lost even more this year. So do tell. What are you doing, honey? What are you doing? I love it. Love that for you. I know you have to feel good about yourself. Tangi, I think I might be a fast responder. I've lost 30 pounds since May, but I found out that my body can't tolerate any OG. I don't know what you're trying to say. The higher levels of Zepbound without bad side effects. I've been on 2.5 this whole time. Tangi, well, first of all, welcome to the chat. And geez, Louise, I love that. And you've done that on 2.5. That's kind of like your loading starting dose. So that is amazing. Love that for you. Let's give her some confetti. You know, I hope you don't need to go up since you're having side effects. I hope you could just ride this out until you get to your goal. Do you think that's possible? Are you going to ride 2.5 out till you get to your goal? Melanie says, yes, I watched your video from today. I will comment later. It was a great one. I love how he says, she's like, it was a great one. He's like, that's a banger. J to the C says, you're doing amazing, Tangi. I plan to stay on 5 as long as I can. Yes, I would stay on that dose as long as you could stay on it, for sure. Paul, glad we got to meet y'all in person, Paul and RMZ. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, glad y'all got to meet. Oh, y'all got to meet in person. I didn't catch that. Okay, okay. Don't forget to hit. We have 63 people watching. How many likes do we have? You got to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Devin, preach. Devin is gonna preach to you. He gonna say the same thing to it till you hear it. He is not letting up. WV, everyone would say that's a hyper responder. Wait, did I miss her comment? Did I miss it? Okay, I don't know. Nicole is saying thank you. People are congratulating her. Okay, she says, yep, intermittent fasting, clean eating or eating clean, working out 5 to 6 days a week. Wow. Okay, very good. So you are doing all the things. No wonder. We love that. Yes, I type 2. I am slow, but my A1C has gotten much better. Yes, and that's the beauty of this medication. Awesome. People are saying awesome. Congratulations to Nicole. I started out fast on Wegovy. Slow down. And then you changed to Zepbound and you've been struggling back. So Bev, no ma'am. Okay, so Bev, why have you been struggling? Are you finally at that dose? Because guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but Bev, when she went over to when she was on Wegovy for so long, I think she was kind of like at one of those top Wegovy doses. Well, when she switched over to Zepbound, they started her from the beginning. And so it really wasn't an equivalent switch when she did her switch. And so she's been struggling. So Bev, I haven't spoken to you in the last couple of weeks here. So what dose are you on? And are you kind of equivalent now to where you were with Wegovy? And if not, how can you get there? How can you get there fast? Because I would imagine if your body was used to that medication, I know it's 2 different types of medication, but I would just think you would need something more. But you know, hashtag not a doctor. So JC is telling us that her starting weight was 288 pounds. Her current weight is 260. You're down 28 pounds. I love that. July 16th, you're a type 1 diabetic. You hit your first 5% goal. So you are that's what I would say you, according to Eli Lilly, that would make you a fast responder. And they call it an early responder. They call it an early responder. We have dubbed it as a super responder. And I like to say you're going fast and furious with it. So we're going to give you some confetti. That is excellent. And you know what? She has a channel. You could go over there and check her out and check out, how she's doing it and how she's doing it and what she's doing. Over there on her channel. We love that. JC Calamity Jane. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I know that's such a good feeling for you guys. Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bobby, I'm happy to be here. Love you. Love you too. How are you? It's good to see you. I left you a message on one of your posts. You got to check it and email me if you can. Yeah, I want to talk to you about something, but yes. Look at that. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. We got to give her a proper Dr. Bobby. So Dr. Bobby, you got to catch us. I need to stop calling you Dr. Bobby since you took that off of your handle. But tell us what is going on with your weight loss. She's over there on her channel dropping gems as well. We love it. Let's see. Okay, wait, I lost my place. Okay, here we go. I scroll down. Okay, I saw that. People are saying hello to Charles. Sorry, you're on Mounjaro. Okay, good. I'm on Mounjaro too. Okay, very good. Ashanti, mesmerize us with your weight loss. Okay, you're a slow responder. You're on week 35 and you've lost 17.4 pounds. Just titrated up to 12 and a half and starting HRT. Well, you know what? Good for you. First of all, 17.4 pounds is excellent. I'm sure there's some clothing sizes in there. And we're going to give you some confetti because that is awesome. Go Diva, go Diva, go Diva, go Diva, go Diva. And you know what? It technically it does sound like you're a slow responder, but you hang in there because it's probably gonna pick up for you like it does most people, but you just kind of have to hang in there and don't give up. But I love that for you. So 17.4 pounds. Tell us, has that affected your clothes? Are you doing things you couldn't do? Give us some positives if you could find positives with that, because I could see a lot of positives with that. Geez, oh man, 17.4 pounds. That's awesome. Awesome. That's bad. Now, did I miss some of these comments? I'm saying JC. Okay, I saw that. I don't know where I'm at in these comments. I'm just going to keep going downward. Moderators, let me know if I missed something. Because when people are saying things, I'm like, what are they talking about? Okay, I saw that. Okay, I'm way back. Okay, I need to scroll down. I'm scrolling down. My girl Bev is struggling. JC gave us an update. Mel is telling us to like and subscribe and hit that like button. So JC said, this is why I love focusing on percentage of weight loss in small increments. Yes. And I saw you posted that. You put up a post. Was that a post I saw? I think I saw a post where you were talking about the percentages of it all. And so that's why I would just calculate my percentage because, sometimes I do that when because I weigh in every week on that Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're free, come and check me out. When I weigh in, and I don't know until that morning because I do weigh in Sunday morning. Unless I have something to do, I weigh in Saturday morning. But usually it's Sunday morning. And then I'll see, if I find myself turning that smile turns upside down to a little frown, I just take my calculator out and I look at my percentage of body fat loss. And that makes me feel so much better. And then I do put on something that I couldn't wear, which is my non-scale victory for the week. And this jacket is one of them. Look, this jacket is one of them. So this is something that I couldn't wear, this jacket, and now I am wearing it. So here it is. Look at these pants. Look at these pants, guys. I have all these pants. These are pants I would have worked. it's still warm. I had on a belt. I have to show you the belt too, but look, I could not fit this at all. So to be able to wear it, it's just a great feeling. And then I'm trying to get my waist to come inward, so I could button this too if I wanted. But I'm trying to get my waist to come in. So I'm working on that. But yeah, it's just kind of nice to have those non-scale victories. So if you're somebody who feels like you're out there, you haven't lost, just put on something you couldn't wear, or that maybe you didn't look as how you wanted to look in it, and now you're looking good in it. So try that out too. That helps. That helps. We have Nora. I have a Nora in my class. I think I tell you that all the time because I obviously see her every day. So I love seeing you in here. It's kind of like having like a piece of home. Okay, so let's see. She's saying hello. Yeah, so I agree, JC. The percentages are what's up. I guess I was super. I thought I was slow and steady because I averaged 5 pounds a month. Okay, so yeah, isn't that, when I saw your picture, I'm like, geez, oh man. And when you said that you were slow responding, I'm thinking if I'm in her company, I'm all good. So I love that. I love that. Keep up the great work, Nicole. Yes, I'm a late responder. You're in the late responder class. I keep telling people I'm a slow responder, but they kept telling me that I wasn't a slow responder. Thank you for that information. So yeah, you're the late responder class. What is that considered again? I got to remind myself. So the late responder class, you said, are you saying you with it? I'm a low responder. I kept telling people. I'm the late responder class. Okay. So the late responder, though, is kind of with the slow and steady. It's those people who, the slow responders, it's those people who lost less than 5% of their body weight by week 12. But then after that, how did you do? Because you might have started out a late responder, which is the slow responder. And then you picked it up after that. And then that's how, I think that's how you get into the slow and steady category. So yeah. So I hope I didn't confuse you. M to the V to the P. How are you? How are you? MVP. Delilah. She says, hey everyone. Hope you're all well tonight. Hey Delilah. Delilah, I saw you got a DEXA scan, my friend. I saw that. I was listening, trying to watch. I said, that's a video I have to save for when I'm not driving because you want to see what's going on. Love that for you. Round Mountain Zepbound says, just pulled up my file to check and I was at 14%. Wonder where that is in their definition. Oh, that's for sure a super responder. So let me put these up here again. So you were a 14%, and what you were 14% by 12 weeks, by 3 months, or within the first what? Like what was the time frame? So okay, so here we go. So let's start off with the slow responder, which is like the late responder. So they define a late responder as people who have lost less than 5% of their starting weight by week 12. So I was right at that 5%. I was right at that 5% if I lost 14 point something in my first 3 months. And I think I'm remembering off the top of my head, and I did a video about what I lost week to week, month to month. So that's why I'm remembering that. Okay, so that's what the late responder is their definition. They don't call it a slow responder. They call it the late responder. And they call it late because you start off slow and then eventually you pick up, is that what you did, Sydney? And then here's the other one. This one is called an early responder, which is Round Mountain Zepbound. So this is the super responder. So you've lost more than 5% of your starting body weight by week 12. Okay, so that would be that person. And then and then the slow and steady one is somebody like who I considered myself, like now on my journey now. But so these people do not lose 5% or more of their body weight by week 12. So they don't lose more than 5% either. But gradually, when they continue the treatment, they lose 5% or more. So a lot of those late responders, it takes them a while to even get to that 5%. That's why they're called slow responders. They don't even reach that 5% for a long time. But when you're slow and steady, you don't get to it that first 3 months or 12 weeks. But then eventually it picks up and you lose 5 or more, and they eventually go on to lose 5, 10, 15%. That's why I always tell people that leave comments and say, I haven't lost. There a lot of people get hopeless and want to give up because they see all these people losing, which I understand, and they want to give up and say, I'm gonna do one more thing and then I'm done. And it's like, unless you are spending a fortune on the medication and you can afford to stick it out, because eventually you will lose. Eventually you'll get to that dose. And some people, I can see if you maybe on 15, but a lot of these people are saying this and they are on 5, they're on 7.5. They haven't even gone up higher in the doses. So that's why I think a lot of times, we went from going up every 4 weeks and, knowing that was the ladder, right? To go up every 4 weeks. And we went up every 4 weeks when we didn't need to, because that's what the guidelines were at first. But now I think we kind of have that opposite effect where everybody's afraid to go up, right? Even me, I was afraid to go up. And I was afraid of the weight loss, the side effects of it all. I was afraid of like going up so fast and getting to 15. And then what if I don't lose? And then I have to wait for retatrutide. So I was like, I don't know what to do, but I think I stayed on that 10 milligrams for almost 7 months. And I fought to stay on it too. And people would say to me like, why are you trying to stay on it? Why aren't you just going up? And I do think that you have to, it's okay to be hungry on this medication. It's okay to learn how to control those cravings and all of that. I think that that's okay, because when you get to 15, like me, one day maybe I'll be on 15. I don't know. Maybe I'll ride this 12.5 until the wheels fall off and I get to my goal. But so what if I get to 15 and then I can't, you got to get used to it then, because there is nowhere else to go. So that's why I kind of wanted to, for myself, to say like, okay, I know and I tried to on 10 as long as I can. I'm having these, cravings, and I'm having this a little bit of this food noise, I'm wanting to eat more. And so I debated, and I thought, I'm going to stick this out for some time. And I really did it until I just was like, what really decided for me, because I'm also, a type 2 diabetic, or I was, I'm a pre-diabetic now, in the pre-diabetic range. But when I went and my A1C went up that little point, I said, oh, no, ma'am, I am going up. So that was what took me over the edge to go up. So it was also being a diabetic and talking with my doctor and needing a higher dose. And we know a lot of times, if you're if you're a diabetic, you need the higher dose. Now, some people like Mayor Mindy did not need a higher dose, but Mayor Mindy is working out. She just did a triathlon. Mayor Mindy was cutting her carbs back extremely, I won't say extremely low, but I think on my interview, she told me she was eating 40 or less. That's like really cut back. So that's like, now that's not keto, and she could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I remember her saying that she was eating 40 grams of carbs or less. And then keto, I think, is 20 grams or less. So people are doing all kind of things. And that's why we should not compare ourselves to people, because we don't know what they're doing. We really don't. And, you could be saying, well, they lost this amount of that. Are you exercising? I think, was that Ashanti who just told us she exercised 5 to 6 days a week? How many people are really doing that? She said she was intermittent fasting. How many people are really doing that, and not just doing that one thing? She's combining all the things. And when you do that, I think you will see Ramon of Zepbound was combining all the things. And so I think when you're doing that, you are going to see some great loss, and you're going to be fast and furious. And, I'm going to tell you, I was not exercising 5 or 6 times out of the week. Like, that's just not my thing. If I ever did that, it might have been once or twice, but that wasn't a regular for me. So I think people who see that fast weight loss, that's why. Now, if you're doing all those things, you're eating, very few carbs, or low carb, or low carb, whatever you want to call it. If you are exercising 5 to 6 times a week, some people aren't even diabetics and you're still not seeing things, I would actually work with your doctor. Your doctor, get a nutritionist involved. Get somebody who knows, what a meal plan should look like, who could customize it to you and your body and what your body needs. So I just think that that's important to get healthcare professionals involved at that point. Because if you're doing all the things and you're paying a lot for this medication, I would not, just be paying and just, just trying to figure it out on my own. I would have someone to help support me. So that's just my 2 cents. Let's see. Okay, so she says, I would encourage y'all to look at the percentage of weight loss. 5% at 200 is not the same amount of pounds at 180, but it's still 5%. Yes, I love that. Very good. I agree. Great job on everybody with their losing. Yes, yes, yes. Holy cow, I've lost 48% of my weight. Isn't that cool, Nicole, when you calculate it up with the percentage? Do that every time you get frustrated. You're in maintenance, right? Nicole, you are in maintenance. How about that? Oh my gosh, we got to give you some more confetti for the maintenance, for the 48% of it all. I love that. And you now when you get discouraged, you can look at that 48% and say, now what? I love that. 48%. 48%. That's a lot of weight. Geez, look, 48%. That's your body weight. Wow, 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 wow. Louise, you gotta have a party. I would be having a party to celebrate that. Okay, Pamela is hitting us with some facts. Check her out over there on her channel too, where it all goes down. She says, I lost 13% by week 12. Now I'm at 23%. What in the what? And I've been there for the last 2 months, and that is okay. We love that. All right, go Pam. Go, go, go Pamela. Go Pamela. Go Pamela. Go, go, go Pamela. Perfectly, Pamela. I love that. Look at you. Okay, so gosh, you 13% by week 12. Geez, oh man. I love that. You should share that on your channel. I think that is awesome. And that just goes to show you it's so true. I mean, even though the studies, sometimes I'm like, who did they study in these studies? But it makes sense because when you think about it, it's kind of like what we're doing, what we're seeing, even in this chat as we speak. People are starting off fast and furious, and then it just kind of tapers off. Not everybody, though. Some people start off fast and furious, and they are fast and furious all the way through. And that's okay too. All right, Mel says, I was 15% in 3 months. Jeez, Louise, lady. Oh my goodness. Okay, very good. Mel to the beat. Go, Mel. Go, 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 Mel. Go, 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 Mel. Mel to the B. Go, Mel. Mel to the B. Go, Mel. Mel to the B. I love that. Very good. Okay, you guys are crushing it. Eli Lilly, how about that? They should be pumping up their stock because look at these results. 3 months is 12. I thought so. I just want to make sure I'm saying this right thing. Geez, Louise. I guess I was an early responder at 7.5%, then slowed down. Okay, very good. So 7.5. Yes, you were an early. Isn't that cool? So now a lot of you have learned, even including myself. Here you thinking you were a slow responder, and actually you're an early responder. Isn't that cool? I love that. Very good. Knowledge is power. So you could take that and especially if you're a content creator, I think that's great to share with your audience so they know, just when you think you're not doing so hot, you're doing great. And just we got to remember it's slow. The weight loss slows down. And I have to tell myself that too, because I have a lot to lose. So somebody in here said they had a lot to lose. Was that Mika? I think Mika said she had 60 pounds. So Mika, we got this, girl. So we had 60 more pounds to lose. I got about 70 more to lose. And so, yeah, I'm just not going to give up. Okay. Delilah says she's feeling much better. I'm glad, Delilah. Okay, wait a minute, Delilah. People are coming in with these percentages. I know you got one. I hope you hit us with the percentage, Delilah. 41.3%. What about that? Take that, Eli Lilly. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. I love it. Why am I saying take that, Eli Lilly, like they told us we couldn't do it? Ah, that is too funny. Okay, all right. I love that. Very good. 41%. Oh my gosh. When I get to 41%, I'm gonna be like, can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Are you singing that song, Lakeisha? Can't nobody tell me nothing. I love that. Jeez, Louise, and I mean that's some good weight loss going on. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. That's okay. We're gonna get there. Okay, wait. You guys are just, oh my gosh. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I got Mel. I got Keisha. Okay, we got Miss Nikki at 4.16 for 60. I was gonna say 16% in week 4. Not bad, I guess. Yes, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. And you're a newbie. You're a newbie. So keep going. Keep going. Miss Nikki, keep going. You're almost at that 5%, but you're only week 4. And I say only because the studies are based on the 3 months. So you're still good. You're still good. But I love that. Very good. Good for you. Keep going. Keep going. 4% is a lot of weight, though. I mean, geez, Louise, in 1 month. In 1 month. In 1 month. Geez, Louise, I would say you are definitely an early responder. You got to be fast, fast and furious, super early, because it's only been 1 month. Geez, Louise. Oh my goodness. I love it. Okay, let's see. What else? Okay, Cookie says, I guess I'm kind of a super responder. I lost weekly and winds up 42%. What in the world? She's like so leisurely, like, oh, I guess it ends up being. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that. I'm so excited. I feel like I hit the lottery. Only with weight loss, not the money. Jeez, Louise, that is excellent. You guys are awesome. Oh my goodness. Awesome, awesome. All right. In my first 3 weeks, I've lost 9% of my body weight. I'm on week 17, and now I have lost 13% in 17 weeks, 17 weeks. Love it, love it, love it. You guys, geez, Louise, I wanted them to do a new study with all of us folks. How about that? Study us, Eli Lilly. We'll take it. We love that. Very good. You guys, I hope you guys are feeling good about yourself. You're feeling discouraged, but you're plugging along by faith, with faith. Okay, well, you know what, Bev? Let's cheer you up. We got to get you going. I'm going to call you, Bev, and we're going to see what's going on with your weight loss. And geez, Louise, don't get discouraged, though. Just don't quit. Remember that. Just don't quit. But I know it's discouraging because I know. And have you thought about, because you were doing so well, that's what I got to know. Is the medication, number one, is the medication equivalent? You don't have to say it on this chat, but we'll talk about it. And then number two, have you considered going back to what was working? That's a thought too, Bev. I mean, dare I say that, but that's what I'm thinking. All right, very good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That sounds crazy to think about and to really, yes, 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 yes. That's a non-scale victory that we gotta embrace. I have lost 17 pounds in 2 months, but only 5 of those pounds are after I started Ozempic. Okay, very good. Nora, that's excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. 17 pounds in 2 months. That's a great average too. 5 of those were after I started Ozempic. Okay, well, you know what? You have to report back to us after you've been on it for a while and let us know how it's going. But you're off to a great start no matter what you're doing. Did you get your DEXA scans results? Will you cover the? Yes. Oh, talking about Delilah with the DEXA scan. Yes. Delilah, she does have a video, so you have to go over there and check her out. And I don't know if she talked about the results yet, but I did just see that video part. I lost 18 pounds in 12 weeks. Of those were 2.5 and 5. Okay, very good. 18 pounds. Okay, and you were on 2.5 and 5. That is excellent, excellent. And you also on it, so it's harder for us, but you're doing it and doing it and doing it well. She's doing it and doing it and doing it well. All right, very good. The way I look at it, I'm in a better place today than I was a year ago. Early or late, I'm responding. All right, JC. I love it. He said, I don't care what kind of label you give me, I'm responding. I love that. I love that. Let's give her some confetti. Amen in that. JC, always dropping gems. I love that. All right, so I have a little, let's see. Let's see here. I have a little, I didn't ask you any of my questions that I wanted to ask you, but we're gonna play this little game. Let's see. I want to go in here and let me know, Nicole and Mel, if somebody's telling me a percentage and I don't see it. I calculated how much I lost the first 12 weeks. 7.5%. Yes, Melanie. We love it. We love it. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. Okay, all right. So let's stay focused. We gotta focus in because we're gonna play a little game. Dee, are you really cheering on my pace? Is this the part of the life where I'm supposed to lose my mind for y'all loving on me? Yes, you know what? You gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace whatever pace you're on because you're doing it. And I think you've lost 30 pounds. That's a lot of weight. It doesn't, time is, I know the time of it all for you is a thing, but when I look at 30 pounds, somebody's lost 30 pounds. I mean, I just had such a hard time. Didn't you have the hard time losing 30 pounds without, being on your GLP-1 journey? Was it tough for you? I just think that, I think you just got to be patient, right? Honestly, this weight loss journey could be like watching paint dry, but that's okay because unless you're paying a fortune for it, which if you are, I get it. Unless you're paying a fortune for the medication, if your insurance, if you're lucky enough for your insurance to cover it or you to have it at a lower price somehow, some way, I just think that you got to just be okay with going slow and steady. And then you probably will pick up because if you're doing all the things, which I see your video, so I know you are, I think you'll be fine. I really do. Are you comparing yourself a lot? Is that what you're doing? Or do you just have high expectations for yourself? It could be that, but we're cheering you on. If you're over here, we're going to cheer you on. Grace. Okay, wait, I'm trying to find some more percentages. Let's see. Okay, wait. I lost 5. You lost 5% by week 12. Oh my gosh. Okay. How about that? Oh. Yes, ma'am. Okay, losing it, Grace. See? Is she? What is up with that emoji? That's great. That is great. I love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're scrolling down. We're scrolling down. Okay, yes, I am cheering you on. Even Nia is like, woohoo! Congratulations to everybody. Hey, Nia, welcome to the chat. If I didn't see you earlier. Okay, Margie says, I'm fine with my pace of loss. I'm losing a lot of inches. Yes, thank you. I think I mentioned before that I had, how do you pronounce that? Seborrheic dermatitis, really bad, and it's hard. Okay, hardly there now. Inflammation is down considerably. Yeah, that inflammation is what's going to keep me on these meds because you remember I wanted to get off. I love that for you. Let's give her some confetti. So these are some of the things we have to embrace if the scale is not going down. You got other great things happening to your body and, with your body. All right, losing it, Grace. Your last video was inspiring. I felt like I was not alone on my struggle bus. You had some great ideas that I think I will use, but thank you for being transparent. I love that. All right, Beth. Yes. Okay, I understand, Beth. Mrs. B, how are you? Hey, Miss B. She says, hi, y'all. I started out at 1.6 pounds per week. As I've gotten closer, it slowed down to about 0.5. That's what's happening to me. Only 1.7 to go. It's taken me almost a year to lose 38 pounds. I'm an average responder. I love this. This is exactly what I've been saying. This is so cool. And you haven't given up, which is great. And, I feel like, too, if you don't have a ton to lose, you might go slower. You might be a little bit more slower after that first start. So I feel like you're aligned kind of with what I would expect a person to do. So I think you're doing an excellent job. Here we go. Miss V, 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 Miss V. Love that. Okay, all right, great job. That is awesome. Okay, all right. Yes, yes, yes. I love this. Yes, Bev. Oh, Bev. Um, let's see. Tangi says definitely going to stay on 2.5. You tried 5. It had you out for a week. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you have to stay on that 2.5. You lost 70 pounds yourself, 60 pounds last year plus 15 this year, and 64 more pounds after starting Trizepatide in April. Well, that's excellent. Very good. Very good. All right. I love that. All right. People are saying, hey, Miss V. Male, so happy. I hated it. Nothing. The dermatologist prescribed worked. So these medications came in and worked. I love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh, so you read The Legend, Round Mound of Zepbound. I love that. Very good. I can see you too now, hanging out. Oh, you are so welcome. I'm so proud of you. Jeez Louise, that's awesome. Awesome weight loss. I stayed on 2.5 for 3 months. Now I'm on 5. It's been rough, so hopefully I can stay on 5. Okay. So when you say it's been rough, you probably mean the side effects of it all. I'm guessing is what you're saying. Lovely L. I've lost 12 on my own and lost 90 with Mounjaro. What in the world? Wow, so is that 102 pounds? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Go lovely. Go lovely. She's lovely. Isn't she lovely? Didn't you know I was gonna sing that? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? I love it. Love it. Wow. That is amazing. Geez Louise, you guys are awesome. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So you guys motivate me. Okay. All right. Thank you, Bobby. You've had rough side effects on the low doses of 2.5 and 5. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Um, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, those side effects will get you. You are looking fabulous. Congratulations on your GLP-1 journey. Just left the downsize life. Well, welcome, Becky Clark. Thank you for coming in the chat and thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Hey, 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 my girl Mindy. I'm late, but I just peed. Watch to catch up. I was an early responder. I lost 5% by week 4. Wow. Geez, Louise, I'm close to goal now, 39% down, and things are very slow lately. So here's that. I used you as an example of earlier, Mindy, when I was talking about somebody that's a diabetic that lost fast, but she was doing all the things. So I'm going to read this again. So you were an early responder. You lost 5% by week 4. That's a check. You're close to your goal now. You're 39% down of your body weight. Geez, Louise. And things are very slow lately. Okay, so things have slowed down even for you who's still working out. Now you're not doing the triathlon type of workout, but you're still, active. Are you still? And I know your doctor raised your carbs. Now, are you going back down on the carbs since you finished your triathlon, or no? Wondered about that. But that's amazing, Mindy. I mean, Mayor Mindy, go Mayor, go Mayor, go Mayor, go Mayor, Mayor Mindy. She's Mayor Mindy. She's Mayor Mindy. Mindy, geez, Louise, you are doing it. Shall I sing my song? Doing it and doing it and doing it well. She's doing it and doing it and doing it well. I just love that for you. I think you are you've just been so consistent in this journey. I mean, geez, Louise. Mindy, that's awesome. 39%. Okay, I'm scrolling. Okay, so Bobby says I'm a slow normal with weight loss. I average 2/3 of a pound per week. You're down 23.6 pounds in 35 weeks. Yes, 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 yes. And I love that. I love that. And I love how you highlight, your weight loss and just all the things related to what do you call that? you do a lot about what you eat too. I like to see that, the high protein of it all. And you talk about the menopause and the side effects. So I think when you're a woman and as we're aging, our body is just has so much. I was telling somebody, I'm postmenopausal, I'm postmenopausal. So I'm postmenopausal. I got the type 2 diabetes where I'm a pre-diabetic going on. So, and I like, my energy with this 8-year-old I have, I'm a late bloomer. So I just got a lot going on that's, my hormones are all out of whack. So all of that plays into your weight loss. So I think if you could be 23 pounds down in 35 weeks, I think that's excellent because a lot of what you have been experiencing is I can relate to 110%. So we got to celebrate Bobby, go Bobby, go, go, go Bobby, go, go, go Bobby, go, go. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. So check out her channel over there. She's breaking things down. I love the way you break things down and just like edit your little videos too. I think it's so, it's adorable. All right, let's see. We got Mail to the B. She says, um, Bobby is at 11%. Oh, I love that. Delilah is at 39.9%. Lovely is at 33%. Happy 8 months to me. Love you, girl. I love that. Yay. Look at all these numbers. 11%, 31.9%. Delilah, geez, Louise. Lovely, 33%. I just love that. I mean, excellent job, ladies. All right, let me give you some confetti. Oh my goodness, look at that. Thank you, Mail to the B, for giving us those stats. They're doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. It makes me so happy. I love it. I am excited. I'm excited. All right. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you were at 5%. That's better than you were hopefully before you started that journey. If not, hang in there and you will get there. All right, and then I have to go back to mail. Mindy says, Mayor Mindy, thank you. She says, I live 3 times a week and cardio 6 days a week. I eat more carbs these days, but still on the low side. Working on gaining muscle now. I'm not too worried about losing right now. Okay, very good. So you're not too worried about losing right now. Okay, very good. I love that. Isn't that so cool that you could get to that point where it's like, it's not about the weight loss. I want to get to that point. I kind of am there a little bit because I'm also trying to, get that DEXA scan and kind of go by that to kind of, build muscle, gain muscle and lose fat. But geez, oh man, it's such a good feeling when you don't have to scale. Well, congratulations. You are awesome. Mail to the B, she says, thanks for all you do, Dee Dee, and the grace with which you do it. MVP, 39%. Jeez, Louise, and 14% in 12 weeks. You guys are awesome. I mean, seriously, this is just phenomenal. I mean, what in the what? MVP. No wonder they call you MVP. We love it. You are a super responder. Now I wonder, did you continue that being a super, or they call it early responder? We're going to say super responder. Did you keep that pace up, your whole weight loss? That is just amazing. I mean, seriously. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, very good. Delilah, you could send me that and I can help you figure it out. Delilah, you can send me your DEXA scan. So if you want me to see it now, you cannot want me to see it too. And I don't, it doesn't matter. It's confidential if you don't want to, but I can help you, or we could, chat and I could, tell you how to break it down. Dr. Bobby, I saw your comment. It made me chuckle. I'm going to scroll back down here. Let's see. Okay, wait, I'm lost my place. I'm so excited. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, you guys are talking about my pants. This is so funny. Oh, wait, okay, wait. She says, It's fatigue and having to force myself to eat, or because you're on that 5. Yeah, and I experienced that when I got to this 12.5. But eventually, now I feel like I'm back to like where it's just normal on the 12.5, like I felt on the 10. So I'm excited about that. But it took like, 2 months to get to this point, 2.5 almost. Dee, you're wearing it and wearing it and wearing it. Yeah, I love it. You hit me right back with my saying. Oh, Bobby, you must be close to maintenance. Is that true? Impressive percentages, aren't they? Dee, girl, get some new pants. Those are too big. I know. Those pants, Dee, how did you keep them up? I had on a belt. And I'm going to show you if I can find the belt. I had to take the belt off because it was just, I'll show you guys maybe on Sunday, this belt. Jeez, Louise. But yeah, I had on the belt and I felt like, do you guys know who Urkel is? So yeah, I'll show you guys on Sunday when I do my weigh-in at what time? 2 p.m. on Sunday. I'm going to show you that belt and show you what I was rocking with today. It's just so funny. She says, that's a pretty top. Thank you. Thank you. It's like a little blazer. I'm a blazer lady. Dee, you are looking amazing. You need some new I need some new pants. My name twin, how are you? I definitely need some new pants. And you know what? That's the thing. I do have pants that fit, but these, I picked these up. I was kind of not in a hurry, but we had a staff meeting this morning. I wanted to hurry up and get out. And so these were like on the top of my pile. I have a pile. It's so funny. I have a pile stacked up of just black pants. So I have all kind of black pants in all different sizes. And these were just on top, and I had just washed these, and they didn't need ironing or anything. But I think you should do this. I'm going to do this too. Not that you told me to get rid of them, but I am going to hold on to some pants so I can be like Nicole one day. Remember Nicole? Go to my community post. She's on there with her whole body in one pant leg. Like that was a vision that is going to stick in my head and in the best way. I thought that was so cool. So I'm like, I got to hold on to. So if you still have some clothes, hold on to at least an outfit so you can do a good before and after. And it doesn't, even if you're not in the same thing, but I don't know, start where you are. So pick an outfit now that you put on, take a picture in this outfit, whatever it is. And if you still have more weight to lose, you keep that outfit. When you lose out of it, still hold on to it, and then go back and take a picture of that same outfit. And a lot of people think, oh, my journey is over. I didn't do it at the beginning. I can't do it now. Well, you can. If you still got weight to lose, you still can do it. So I would do that. I think that's a great visual. Jennifer, how are you? She says, happy to be here 6 months in, and you're down 35 pounds. Yes, yes, yes. Happy also with my non-scale victories. Well, if you want to share any of those, share them with us. Go, Jen. Go, Jennifer. Go, Jennifer. Go, go. Go, Jennifer. 6 months in, and she's down 35 pounds. That must be a good feeling for you. I love that. I love the nice round number of it all, too. 35 pounds. Love it. Jeez, Louise, you guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm so excited. I didn't worked up a sweat celebrating these victories. Oh, is her name spelled right? I'm not sure who she's talking about, but Dee, treat yourself to some new pants. Well, I can now with my super chats. Thank you. I'm on 7.5 Zepbound now for 4 weeks. Okay, so you did move up. Wegovy, I ended at 1.7. So are they equivalent? Because I know there's some people told me though that it's things out there saying what Wegovy and Zepbound are equivalent to, and people are saying that that's not true. So I don't know. But I think you gotta figure that out. Because I think at this point, there's evidence to take to your doctor to say, let's do something different here. Or, stay on 7.5 and then, for that 4 weeks. So they want you to stay on the dose for at least 4 weeks. But yeah, I just would really want you to work through that because I don't want you to get discouraged and give up. Not that you're saying you are, but I don't even want you discouraged at all. Because you were doing so well. So I wanted to keep that vibe going for you. Becky says, I lost my Zepbound coverage back in July due to CVS Caremark coverage, went to compounded Tirzepatide in July, still losing slowly. I miss brand Zepbound. I'm in menopause and slow goes it. Yes, that menopause will do it. But Becky, you know what? Just don't give up. Hang in there. Hang in there. And I would say tweak what you need to tweak. You know, maybe can you add another day of exercise in there? Can you cut back on something? Do you need to get more sleep? You know, it's so tough though when you got that menopause going on. Are you treating the menopause? You know, maybe if you were treating that in some way, which you could do lifestyle changes, you could do supplements, you don't just have to do the HRT, the BHRT, but, and maybe you already are, but I would just really look into balancing out your hormones. That's what I'm trying to do. Cause I feel like, and I don't know, cause cause weigh in every week. And I feel like that, since July, my birthday month, I've just been kind of, recycling the same pounds, gaining, losing a little bit here, gaining a little bit there, not losing anything. And, I am okay with it. And, and I think we're in September. I think once I get in October, I'm going to be a little antsy because my goal is to lose 100 pounds by Christmas. And I don't want to be like, New Year. And I don't want to be like on a fat diet trying to slim it down to get to that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the lifestyle. So I do really think I need to, when is the end of September? So September is ending. What's this date? 20. So next week, right? We're going into October. So I am going to have to kick things up a notch, but if I don't, I'm going to give myself grace and I'll just get there when I get there. But I want to get there in a healthy fashion. I want to get there in, a good fashion. But I do see how you could get discouraged because I feel like if I'm not careful, that's going to be me because I set this goal for myself. And it's in my Downsizing Diva song. So I was like, when I heard that in my song, my daughter sings that song around the house. And when we were watching the video, you know how like when you're watching YouTube, the next recommendation comes up and it was one of my videos. So of course that Downsizing Diva theme is playing. This was weeks ago. And I said, oh my gosh, I did say in this song, I'm going to be 100 pounds down by the end of the year. So I just want to reach that goal, but I'm not going to do fad diets and stuff to get there. But I do think I could tweak some things to kick it up, just so I can get there. So I don't know. We will see. I'm not going to stress out about it, but I can relate, Bev, and just imagine being a content creator too, coming on here. So all you content creators out there in the chat and just watching, I just think it's so tough when you're on here, sharing your weight, and it's great when you're losing and everything's dropping and you're looking good, but then when you start stumbling and not losing, and it's like, even though the people embrace you, you just don't want to come on here and say, oh, I'm not losing, and I just do it. But I can see how it just could even make you even more stressed out, you know what I'm saying? So, and then of course when you stress, you get that cortisol, stress hormone, and then you're gaining and holding on to weight. It's just a cycle. It's a terrible cycle. Jeez, Louise. Okay, Becky says, I lost my Zepbound coverage back in July due to CVS Caremark coverage. Did I read this? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's what got me off on the tangent about the hormones. Sorry about that, Becky. Let's see. All right. So you lost that Zepbound coverage. So you don't think the compound is working as well? But so is it a difference? Like, why did you say you missed the branded? Is it a difference in the branded and the compound, or is it just you think in your mind? Like, what's going on with that? Hello. King Darium's in the house. King Darium's in the house. Ha ha ha. Watch him. Dario, you cracked me up. So Calamity Jane, you lost 30% whole on the GLP-1, which exceeds the Lilly study. So that is a win. Yes. Absolutely. Let's see. Who else do we have? People are saying hello. We got Michelle's Mirror. How are you? How are you, Michelle? Michelle, tell us, do you know what your body percentage, if you want to share, because if you don't share. But we're trying to figure out, if we're slow responders, if we're fast and furious, super responders, if we are slow and steady, and we're sharing our weight loss percentages, like our body percentage of weight loss. And I'm around 25%. We have some people in here, and we have somebody that's almost at 50% they lost of their body weight. That is amazing. I mean, geez, Louise. So if you want to share that, Michelle's Mirror, feel free. If not, that's okay too. I lost 11.6% at week 12. I'm almost finished, and I'm at 21% since starting tirzepatide. Miss B, Miss B, Miss B. You are doing it. I love that. Jeez, so you started off fast too. Oh my goodness. Well, let's give you some more confetti. You figured that out. I see that body percentage will change your life, because if you are down on yourself about, starting to slow down and all of that, just calculate that up, and that's going to lift your spirits, because, like Nicole said, Bellflower, we have surpassed the Eli Lilly studies. We're doing it. We have surpassed that. So I love that. And even if you haven't, you got to think about the whole big picture. That's what we're trying to, the goal is to look at the big picture. So, okay, let's see. Okay, so you said the Countess of Shopping is at 15. She always talks about how she wishes she could go higher. Yeah, I remember her saying that a lot too. She wishes she could go higher. Yes. Michelle's Mirror said, I lost 24% of my body weight, 65 pounds in 6 months. What in the what? Jeez, Louise. That's right. I remember seeing your video, like one of the first videos you made talking about your weight loss. I was like, this girl is doing it well. I love that for you. So you are 24% and you have 60 pounds to go. So we could do this together, because I think I have 70 pounds to go. Geez, Louise, you are on it. Let's give her some confetti. I love that. So you got to go over to her channel and check her out. She is documenting her journey. So maybe she could share what she's doing. Michelle, tell us what you're doing in there. Obviously, you're consistently doing something. What are those things that you're doing, if you don't mind sharing with this chat? You guys are so active. I had something for us to do, but you guys are on it. So we'll have to save it for next week. Let's see. People are saying hello. Nicole, everyone is doing great. As long as the scale is moving, that's all that matters. Really, just not gaining is a win. We're all doing it no matter the pace. Yes. So that's why I say we want to celebrate those people that are slow responders. They call them, what did Eli Lilly call the slow responders? Late responders. So Eli Lilly calls it a late responder. This is the thing with the slow responder. So come find me in like 4 months, because in about 4 months from now, it depends on when you started, you're going to be probably at that 20%, 15, 20%. If you're like at 2, 3%, 4%, if you've been on it for 4 months, however long, and you're discouraged, eventually, if you hang in there, you will get farther. You will be at like 10, 15, 20. And just think about somebody like me who 18 months, and so let's, we shouldn't compare, but I'm just going to put this in perspective. So Michelle just came on here and said she's 65 pounds down in 6 months. Well, I am 18 months going on 19 months, and I am 77 pounds down. So look how our look how close we are in weight, but she's done it in such a shorter time than me, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to be discouraged and say, "Oh, I can't do it." I'm disappointed. She's done it so much faster. No, we have to embrace like our bodies and how our bodies are going and what we're doing. And guess what? I'll get there when I get there. So I just love that. I love that. I love that we have diversity of thought, and we have diversity of the weight loss we lost. And there is no only. It's like, okay, I've lost 17 pounds. I've lost 17 pounds. There is no, I've only lost 17 pounds. I just say 17 pounds should be a clothing size. It should be a non-scale victory that you could share. And it's 17 pounds. Like, well, I remember when I was starting this journey, and I would just think to myself, did you guys ever think this? Like, dang, if I could just lose 20 pounds. I always thought being bigger, to be down to clothing size, you got to lose like 15 to 20, for me anyway. I would have to lose like 15 to 20 pounds to really notice a difference. So I said, geez, Louise, I mean, I was just thinking like, I wish I could lose 15 pounds. If I could just lose 10 pounds. And so now that I'm 77 pounds down, why would I ever complain about that? Just because it's not faster? It doesn't have to be fast. It's there. It adds up. So if you just look at what I've done and how I've done it, and just know slow and steady over time, it's going to add up. Because now when I say 77 pounds, people don't really care that it's 18 months. People are like, man, you lost 77 pounds. It doesn't. So what I'm trying to say is that how fast you do it doesn't matter when that weight adds up over time. But you got to stick in there. You can't be 4 months in and saying I quit, or a year in and saying I quit because you're not, haven't lost so much. You got to just hang in there. There was a lady, I should just tape this on my in my office. This lady sent me a comment and said that, I can't remember how it went, but basically she said she was slow for like a year. She didn't lose hardly anything. And then that second year, she started to lose. She said she started to lose it. She was pretty much doing the same thing. She said she might have tweaked some things, but she said the main thing she did was she stayed consistent and she didn't give up. I mean, it's classic, right? It's like classic. It's so true. So people out there watching who's thinking like all these great things in the, weight loss journeys in the chat, it could be you too. So I just want to give people hope. And she says, I missed your energy, Dee Dee. Thank you. Thank you. We miss seeing you too. I was at 6.6 at 12 weeks. Now I'm 33.9. Jeez, Louisa, you're over 100 pounds down. That is excellent. Excellent. And of course, she's doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. She's doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. I love that. I love it. Very good. You guys should be so proud of yourself. Okay, Delilah's about to come in here with her stat, and I mean, she is probably doing it big time. You have 150 pounds to lose. Okay, so I got a ton too, because I'm 77 down, and I want to lose about 60, 70 more. So that would be about 152. I'm telling you, Nora, it sounds so like such a lot, because I thought that too. I was like overwhelmed with my thinking about it. Don't think about it like that. I would set goals in your mind. Break that 150 pounds down, please. Break it down. Focus on the 50 or even 25 if that 50 is overwhelming. So do it in 25 increments. Set a goal for yourself and don't set a time. Just say, you're tackling 25 pounds down at a time. Now, for me, I'm like a time goal setter. Like I got to have a goal to aim for, but you don't have to do that. And so I would just break that 150 pounds down and you will get there. As I can relate, because I was thinking that in my mind, like, geez, I'm at 150 pounds. Like, I never thought I was going to lose 50. So I'm excited about where I'm at, and I'm just going to keep going. That's just what I'm going to do. So people who have a lot to lose, just join me on this journey, because I do too. It sounds overwhelming, but we've got this. We can do it. All right. I think I saw somebody else. Okay, that was Michelle with the 65 pounds down. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so okay, you still have 100 pounds to lose. Well, that is what I long for. You can do it. You're going to do it. We're going to get you that 100 pounds down. We're going to get there. I can relate to that, like feeling overwhelmed by that. She said, you've got this, Nora. Breaking free from 715 shared on Downsize Live. He lost 70 pounds. 70%. 515 pounds. Jeez, Louise. That is excellent. Can you believe that? 515 pounds. Like, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. He is just like, he's a new person. Oh my goodness. In total, it is 48.7% so far with Mounjaro, but it's 31.9%. Oh, but with Mounjaro alone, it's 31.9%. Excellent. That's almost 50%, Delilah. Jeez, Louise. That's 50, almost 50% of your body weight. I mean, excellent, excellent, excellent. Go check out Delilah on her channel. She's documenting her weight loss. I mean, I love that. You got to get that DEXA scan going so we can check that out. I mean, that's amazing. It helps that you're a nurse, okay, and you know what to do. I just needed the med as a tool to help with food noise. I love Zepbound and the support from all of you. Yes, and you probably could help us like with some things. I don't know. Is there some, we don't have to talk about it tonight, but you have to pick your brain, Ashanti. Is there some things that we could be doing? Hold up, wait a minute, boss lady. I call her the boss lady. She's standing on business. Every time I see that photo, I think of that. 22% of my body weight, Hargerine. Oh, I love it. I love it. Go Hargerine, 22%. That is amazing. Amazing. I love it, love it, love it. Geez, Louise, you guys are doing so well. All right, let's see, let's see. Somebody say, yes, Dee Dee, I think we made a difference. We need a study. Yes, we really do. They have some newer studies coming out, but I don't know, you know, all of what they're doing with those studies. I really don't. Yes, but we have to find out. I want to be in a menopause one. Nora, she says, I hope to see that it's possible in your own time at your own pace with the blessings of the GLP-1 and other lifestyle changes. So I'm told I'm so far behind. Okay, so I'm gonna try to scroll down. Okay, so Dr. Bobby. So Mel, if you could point out in Bellflower, if you could point out some of the percentages. I'm trying to do the celebrations. If I could do that. I see new people are coming in the chat. Bobby says I had lost right about 5 pounds at 5% at 12 weeks. Now I'm at 35 weeks and I've lost 11%. I'm about halfway to maintenance. Okay, very good. So you came double back to share that. That is amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I know you were one in your earlier in your videos who thought you were going really slow. So when you see these numbers this way, it puts it into perspective that you're doing an excellent job. You and me and everybody else. I love that. Yeah, Delilah has a phenomenal percentage. The support out in these streets is non-existent. I log in and watch all the content creators daily to stay motivated because your friends don't agree with the meds. Yes. And I have a friend who doesn't really even talk to me after I've been on these meds. I don't know what that's about. She won't share what it's about. But yeah, it's interesting. Ashanti Society is still playing catch up. True, true, true. I'm on 11. You're 11 shot. You've lost 15 pounds. Very good. Would you call that a slow responder? I pay for Lily out of pocket, and you're currently on 10. Look at that face. 10 milligrams. Okay, no, that is not a slow responder. And but I don't know. It depends on how much is your weight total, because then we would do the percentage to figure that out. So remember, if you are a slow responder, if you've lost less than 5% of your body weight in 3 months, and if you're on your 11th shot, you would have to be on your 12th shot. So kind of close, kind of. I'm so far behind. Okay, okay. I'm behind on my comments, I'm told. So yeah, so mail to the beat. Can you calculate that for me? I'm trying to get through these comments. Or Bellflower. But we have to know, what was your starting weight? Because if whatever your starting weight was within 12 weeks, you would have to, which would be 12 shots, right? And because you take a shot a week, so you're not quite there at the 12 weeks. But how much did you start? That would be the telltale sign. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. Let's see. This is what I keep saying to myself, that to continue on the path and give yourself grace. The non-skills victories are definitely keeping you to have courage. I'm hoping that you're going to start the HRT therapy and it will help. Yeah, you have to let me know and let us know, Diva, how that works out for you with that HRT, because I'm going through that process of trying to find another doctor and do all of that. And it's not on my timetable, but I got to go with what I can do. You're in Cali. You're heading into Bible study. Have a good night. Great life. Thank you. Thank you. Pray for us. Pray for us, Ashanti. Thank you. Okay, let's see. You said I also have to keep in mind that I had a hernia repair surgery 2 months after starting Mounjaro. So your body, yes, your body did need to heal. Pamela, you know what, Pamela? I just saw your name. I said, I've been calling you in my mind for like 3 days now and haven't gotten to it yet. I need to do that. I'm like this. I said that name is on my list of things to do. I know the wins are inspirational. It's just like it's got me so excited. I am so far behind because I remember Mindy made that comment. Okay, so anybody, let me see. Rita, Rita, yes, she's here. Oh, she says, let me tell you all that Dee Dee is a special lady. She was truly concerned about my situation. Dee Dee, you just don't know what that did for me. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you came. You made my night, honestly. Yes. Okay, let's give her some confetti. Thank you. Go, Rita. Go, Rita. Go, Rita. Go, Rita. Yes, yes, yes. I'm one of those people like that would, that would worry me. To know that how you were doing. So I love that you are here looking like a beauty. We love it. Okay, my moderators are telling me to scroll down. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. You got these ladies are great. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're scrolling down. What about CDX? I was wondering about you too. CDXX. You're down 8 pounds in 3 weeks. Yes. Go, 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 go. Go. So how are you enjoying your GLP-1 journey? I just wanted, is it what you thought it would be? Because this is somebody who came in the chat and was hearing things and was hearing us talk about it and getting his mind prepared for it. And now he's on it. And so I just wonder, was it all you thought it would be? We got to give you some confetti. You are so awesome because he said, I'm going to come back here and let you guys know how I'm doing. So we appreciate seeing you in here. Love it, love it, love it. You're off to a great start. I mean, that's awesome. All right, all right. So our girl Rita is in here. Like I said, that made my night. Like that is like icing on top of the cake of all this stuff going on, all these celebrations. So okay, so I'm scrolling down. Let's see. We certainly appreciate the candor, vulnerability, and transparency and normalization that you content creators do for the community. Yes, and you always say, Darium, and I agree, everybody's story has a place. It really does. It's just that we're different, and that's okay. I think we got to be okay with being different and doing what works for us, right? If you find something that works for you, it might not be conventional, it might not be the most healthiest thing ever, but if it's working for you, and I always say, if your doctor is approving of it and they know your body and your situation, I think that's great. I think it's great. So the lesson here is, and we're going to continue this next week because I didn't even get to this game, this little game I had. I thought it was a cool game. So we'll do it next week because I'm already almost 2 hours in. Jamie says, in the first 12 weeks, I lost 13%. Wow, but I'm a slow stall now. I just started 10 milligrams. I think this may be my jam. I noticed some new changes already. I'm telling you, Jamie, 10 was my friend until at 7 months, which is a long time, right, to be on a dose, 7 months. So I think that is great. So the first 12 weeks, you lost 13%, but you're at a stall now. So that's the thing. It can start off, so the lesson here tonight, if anybody doesn't get anything else out of tonight, the lesson is a lot of us are starting off, we're realizing now, even me, like I had an aha moment in here, that we're starting off as a lot of us, now not everybody, right? And that's okay. So a lot of us started off as like early responders. According to Eli Lilly, it's called an early responder. We've dubbed it the super responder, right? Because we lost 5% or more of our, body weight, by our body, a percentage of our body weight by 12 weeks, which is 3 months, right? And then Some people can take off like a rocket, and then for some people, it kind of slows down. Some people maintain that, right, until they get to their goal. And a lot of us, though, it slows down. And then that's, for me, that's why I call myself slow and steady. I'm not a slow responder. A slow responder doesn't lose initially at all. Like their weight loss is super, super slow. And I mean slow, I mean, they say here less than 5%. But sometimes, I've seen studies with and Eli Lilly talk about it. Sometimes slow responders don't even respond at all by losing 1 pound in the first 3 months. Can you imagine? Can you imagine taking this medication and not losing 1 pound in the first 3 months? But I guarantee you, they probably had that inflammation go down. If you got blood work done, your labs probably are better. I know some people who said they had high blood pressure as long as they've been taking a blood pressure reading. They got on this medicine, they didn't really drop a lot of weight, but that blood pressure went down, right? So it's doing other things, and I think that's what we kind of have to focus on. If you're a lady, I would say that's hard, right? Because the scale has kind of ruled with an iron thumb, but we want to change that. And so that's why I say, I don't know how much longer. I'm going to definitely get to that 100 pounds. And then I'm going to shift my focus, I think, to off the scale, just because I want the people who, support me and follow me. Of course, I'm going to weigh in because I want to know at some point. But am I going to weigh in every week? I think I'm kind of reevaluating that, because I just think that I don't want the focus to be stressing us out on the weight, especially when we struggled for so long. A lot of us have struggled with weight for so long. And when you have other things going on, PCOS, you got your thyroid. If you're a lady of a certain age, not in your 20s, but I haven't heard of anybody going to menopause in their 20s, but I'm sure it maybe has happened. But if you're, into those 30s, 40s, 50s, you got your hormones becoming out of balance. So we have a lot of struggles, and it's so hard to deal with all of that. And now you struggle on a GLP-1. Can you imagine people that are struggling on this GLP-1 and what they must be thinking? But there is hope. So that's another part of these studies. Eventually, if you don't quit, your weight loss will pick up, whether it stays slow and steady and accumulates. Like I picture my weight loss like a snowball, right? Getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because but just going at that slow and steady pace and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So like I say, when I tell people I lost 77 pounds, they don't say, girl, how long did it take you? They say, wow, that's amazing. Now, I know it took me 18 months, to get here, but people don't ask that. They just say, how much have you lost? And I don't really ask people how long did it take you either. I'm not even interested in the length of time. So don't focus on the time. Focus on the weight loss. And maybe we should do that. I don't know. All right. MVP says, I agree with Darren about the content creators. Thank you all for sharing your journeys and what you learned along the way. It was super important and helpful to many of us. And she has a part 2, if I can find it. Oh man. Wait a minute. My soror is in here. Wait a second. Okay, wait. I can't find your part 2. I'm sorry. 44 weeks on the GLP-1. Good job. Okay. Somebody said, where are you? I don't know if they're talking to me. MVP, you're right. The content creator stepped up and stepped out. I'm thankful for them. Yes, yes, yes. We got Mel still reminding us to like and subscribe. Thank you, Mel. Early responders, late responders, the early birds may catch the worm, but the late ones get to the after party. I love that. I love that. You're at the after party. What's after the after party? I wonder about that too. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, we got to keep this conversation going next week, because I got to get out of here. Okay, wait a minute. We got some people I haven't seen in this chat. Let's see. I got to say hello. Wait, I'm scrolling. Let's see. We have, who is in here? Gosh, this so. Oh, my Sora, how are you? You said you hit your year, 25 pounds. I hit my year, 25 pounds down. I started off so strong. It's been slow the last few months. Definitely want to get the 5 pounds off before the holidays. You can do it. You can do it. Ava, thank you for stopping in. I love that. All right, good job. You can do it. You've hit your year. I've hit my year. 25 pounds down and you started off strong. Okay. All right. That's okay. So start strong. You can end strong. You got to get to that 5 pounds. And I think you can do it. You know, that's the thing. Don't you think about, you got Thanksgiving and Christmas, but you have like a, October, November, December to do it. Yeah. I just thought about that. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. I just thought about that, Ava. Yeah, I'm gonna be tackling Thanksgiving and Christmas. I know I could give myself a challenge, can I? Happy 1 year anniversary. Yes, you've got this. Thank you for reminding her, Pamela, of that. Just wanted to say hello. Thanks for the motivation. Thank you. Tommy, did you check that video? You got to check your video that it's called it's the one where you went on the shopping trip, not this latest one. It's the one before that. You did something like the delivery. What's it called? Spivey, Walmart. The one you did like a couple days ago. Check that one. Check that video because I think you just put out another one here recently. Okay, all right. Very good. I just had to say that. Okay, so Tommy's simply Tommy's life is saying it helped my blood pressure, so hopefully they will lower my blood pressure. Man, oh, very good. You'll have to let us know. You got to let us know if they did. Very good. Okay, I'm at the bottom. What do you guys say? I'm at the bottom. All right, so Mel is saying 56 watching, 49 likes. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you all. Very good. Thank you. Congratulations on being so close to your goal. I know. Now I've kind of scrolled down here. I don't know if I missed a bunch of people. Wait a second. So your starting weight was 232.6. Now you're at 214.4. Correction, down 18.2 pounds. My biggest now victory is down from 18 to a 14. Oh my goodness. I love that. That is excellent. Excellent. Very good. You are doing amazing. I just love this. This was like such a good night, like just to celebrate you all. We're gonna keep this going next week. So come back if you're having struggles or challenges. We want to help you work through that. I'm gonna meet up with my girl Bev and see what's going on with her before we get back here next Wednesday. Rita, you made my night. I'm so glad you came in. All of you guys, Nicole, you stand out in my mind with like that 40, I was like almost 50%. Delilah of the body weight. I mean, geez, Louise, you guys are doing it. Yeah, just so many of you are doing such an awesome job. And like I say, don't focus on those pounds down. Focus on that percentage because you are out doing Eli Lilly's trials. And I think if you can focus on that, that is great. That is great. Pamela, I'm going to be calling you sooner than later. You've been on my list of things to do. You guys, you have been awesome. Thank you for allowing me to share with you. I just want to thank the people that gave super chats again. Mail to the B. We got Mindy. We got Bobby. We got Round Mount. Dr. Bobby emailed me. And I will see you guys on Friday. Friday night. This is what I meant to tell you guys. Friday night, we're going to be talking about clothing and bras. The clothing and bras of it all. So Round Mound of Zep Bound, you might, if you stop in, maybe have your wife watch us because we're going to be talking about that. So my goal is, now I'm saying this on here, so this will motivate me to do it, is to get refitted for a bra. I'm going to show you guys, I'm not lifted. Am I lifted? I'm not lifted. I feel like I need to be like up some more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you guys my collection. Because I have so many, and I don't know, how do you donate bras? I guess if they're not worn, I still have tags on a lot of them. So I need to invest in some new bras. So thank you for the super chats because I'm gonna need a whole new bra wardrobe. So if if you have a brand that's really good, bring that information to the chat. If you have a place where you go on and shopping for clothes, besides Shein and Temu, we know those places. We're going to talk about those too, because I'm going to show you some clothes I ordered and I still have them, and I was going to send them back. And then I thought, I'm just going to, Thanksgiving is coming up. I like to, give. And so I'm just going to give those, and I'm going to try to find a women's shelter, even though I heard around here, women's shelters are very picky about the clothes that they take ever since COVID, and bed bugs has been a thing too. So I'm gonna have to find, maybe these clothes are kind of like dressier. I'm gonna have to find like that dress for success. You know how like they say battered women, you could, you know, give to a place like that. So I'm gonna try to do that. But I'll show you guys if I think about it. Remind me if you remember and I forget to show you guys the clothes I ordered on Shein. I think it was Shein, and they didn't fit right. Maybe I need to try them on again. Some of them were too big, some of them were too small, and some of them I would wear out of the house. I don't know what made me order that. It looks good on the model. So we will see. But I will see you guys on Friday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good night. I see it 17 more comments. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right. Let me see if anything stands out. Tommy, yeah, Tommy, go to your video a couple of videos ago. Okay. All right. We'll end with Mel and Pamela, Margie, everyone saying good night. I love the wonderful ladies in the communities, but I figured, Darian, that's okay. That's okay. Have a good night, everybody. See you on Friday.